Hey guys, SFP here, and welcome to episode number 44 of my FIFA 15 Decent Career Mode. And I can't believe we're actually reaching episode 44, guys, already. We're so close to that 50 mark, and I'm thinking about doing something special for that 50 mark. Not in respect to games, actually, but maybe give a little shout out, some Q&A, something to that extent. I guess to celebrate this mile mark that I've made, and I guess I'll fill you guys in more on that as we get closer to the mark, obviously. And we're gonna face a Toronto FC team here for the first game of this two-game video that we keep doing. And Toronto obviously is a tough team. They have one of the best players in the league in Giovinco, and we see here at the table. I'm actually in fourth place, and we've already played 18 games, guys. We're about halfway done with the league, and uh, so far it seems really well. Like I'm not obviously dominating the league as I have in the previous two seasons. So there's not a big point gap that I need to that I have. I don't have that cushion anymore. So every game will be a tough one from now on. But I'm not struggling so much that I'm not in the playoff picture at the moment. So I'm about average at the moment, and I think that's partly for the fact that MLS as a league is very balanced. There's no super team, super clubs per se, unless I guess you count New York, L.A., maybe even Toronto, depending I guess on what your definition is of a super club. But overall, it's a well balanced club, and so that's why I think it's one of the best leagues you can do with a what's it called, with a career mode, because you can virtually take any team here, and you're basically guaranteed at least a good first season. So as we see here, we saw the lineups, and obviously uh, Toronto has the trident there with Giovinco, Bradley, and Altidore. Not to mention Gilberto uh, here at the moment. And we have a shot here by Chris Rolfe, I want to say. Yeah, it's Chris Rolfe, and the shot was just wide. And we're actually knocking on the door first, guys. Unfortunately, a little bit wide, but let's just say that's just a warning shot for what's to come. Anyways, and here we see on the other side Altidore. Altidore is going to get clipped a little bit from behind, and that must have been one of the softest fouls I have seen in this game so far. And who is going to kick it? Of course, Giovinco, and there's a good chance it's going to go in. And lo and behold, it goes in, guys. It goes in, and to be honest, while I was playing this, I knew the ball was going to go in. I'm not sure why my goalkeeper didn't do anything, but then again, I don't know if you guys caught that. I'm actually using Spees in this game because I figured I'd give him a shot here. He hasn't had too many games to play, obviously because I'm stacked in goalkeeper. I have Bill Hamid, Gallese, and Dykstra, though I'm selling Dykstra. But I figured I'd give him a shot. It probably wasn't too smart of me to give him a shot against Toronto FC because, one, they're a very good team, and two, they're actually a couple points behind us. So this could, in theory, close the gap here if this result remains. I'm also starting my new center back there, Cooper. And we see here they have another shot, and look how easily Toronto just goes by my defense. And I actually pride myself in my defense, and yet they're treating me like I don't even exist. And here we see another close opportunity that Michael Bradley actually had, and I was scared for a second because I didn't think he'd actually get to it, and he does. But unfortunately, the angle for him is a tough one to make a good opportunity out of it. And here we see Altidore is going to pass to the Atomic and Giovinco. Giovinco finds Montorvi or whatever his name is, and he goes to Altidore. And Altidore looks like he's actually emulating his current form, which is basically unable to score from the run of play. Unfortunately for him, he can only score on PKs and on set pieces. So from the run of play, he's still having issues at the moment. And Cooper nicely takes the ball away. And that's how the half's going to end, guys. 1-0 so far. And speaking about Altidore, I actually just watched the Brazil versus U.S. game yesterday. And so I don't know if I mentioned that on my previous video. That's why that video was so late. So I was taking advantage of the break in between. I also managed to watch most of the Mexico-Argentina game and Last I left it, Argentina was losing 2-0, but according to my dad, Argentina actually managed to pull uh, a tie here, so that's really interesting. I guess I missed a good game there, but it was already midnight and I was tired and I had work the next day, so um, I figured the game was done 2-0, but I guess I was wrong. And here we see another attack here with Jackson, not Martinez, but Jackson the Brazilian. Passes it to Giovinco. Giovinco's going to make some magic here. No, he's not. He's going to go to Alterado's going to go to Bradley. Bradley's going to go for the shot, and the shot's just a little bit wide there. Nothing too worrisome for my goalkeeper there. So besides that one shot, and we see Cooper here is a little bit injured. I'm hoping it's just one of those things where as the game goes on, he kind of shrugs it off a little bit. And here we see that Chris Rolfe has a great opportunity. No one actually went to go stop him, but the ball went straight to the goalkeeper, and he takes care of it easily. And here we see our undoing. Right as we thought we were going to get the equalizer, Gilberto stabs a knife right through our heart, and they score the second one, guys. But what a nice play. What a nice setup there. Like I said, my goalkeeper, Speeds, is still growing. He's still trying to get a momentum for the game. So the fact that I'm losing 2-0 actually, I guess once I actually think about it, isn't too bad considering I've subbed in a couple of my reserve players here. Obviously, I have a reserve center back. I have a reserve goalkeeper. Um, but I obviously would have loved to at least tie the game, and that's gonna be the end of this game, guys. 2-0, a loss that we take back home, and obviously that's gonna shorten the cushion that we have for fourth place. And you see now I believe we were in second, and now we're going down to fourth, or were we still in fourth? I don't remember that much, but now we're going to face Real Salt Lake here, guys. And I'm gonna make a couple of changes here. I'm gonna go with my. I thought I was gonna go with my B team, but I guess uh, I'm not. I'm gonna stick with my A team, and I'm gonna make maybe a couple changes to the Team A roster itself. Am I or am I not? I guess I'm not. I guess I'm fairly confident with this team, and I do apologize, guys, if I guess seem a little off at the moment. Like I said, I pre-record these videos, and so I'm trying to figure out what it is exactly um, that I'm doing at the moment. We see here 19 games, 29 points, 8 wins, 5 draws, 6 losses, which is a fairly balanced result board there. And for those of you guys that are wondering why I pre-record these, I just don't have enough time in the week, and I'm trying to get these videos done. So I'm trying to squeeze in season 3 right before FIFA 16 comes out, and I actually just got the demo yesterday or this morning. It finally finished downloading because that thing took forever. When I checked it when I went to bed, it said it was like 11 hours left or something. It was something ridiculous. And so I just left it overnight, and then when I woke up the next morning, it was all ready to go. But like I said, I got home like maybe an hour or two ago, had my dinner, uh, edited this video, and I'm like recording at the moment. So maybe I'll be able to squeeze in a game or two after I finish finishing this video and finishing the editing for tomorrow's video as well. Anyways, guys, like I said, I'm trying to crunch in the third season here. What I'm going to be doing from now on with my FIFA 16 is I'm just going to be doing double upload weekends. I can't. Um, I don't have enough time, unfortunately, in the weekend. We see here a nice opportunity by Rolf, and that first touch there at the end is too much, and then there's a header, but that hits the post, and our best opportunity of the night there is lost. And we see here another one with Longo. Longo passes to Halsti. Halsti gets turned, and we see there a nice shot by Rolf again. Rolfie has been on fire in these first minutes of the game here, guys. Anyways, like I was saying, I don't have much time in the week, so I'll have to make them just on the weekends. And at the same time, guys, I don't want to pre-record so much because at some point, I want this to be interactive. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts of how I'm playing, which players I should use more often, and if I pre-record them, then there's going to be an unsettling time period where I might get a comment for video, let's say 3, and I probably won't get to making that change till video 7 or 6. And so, in theory, I guess making the videos in the weekend will give you guys at least a solid week in between bunches, I should say, to get your input. Let me know which players you want me to buy, change the formation, what type of things that would intrigue you guys. And so that's basically what I'm gonna be doing, at least while I still have classes, because obviously school first, guys. Always remember that. Value your education. That's just my little soap opera there. But once I guess my classes are done, then I'll go to the daily thing. And here, after Chris Rolfe had two good opportunities, he gets a third, and he punishes the Real Salt Lake team. What a nice setup there. What a nice center there by Luperto, and what a powerful, driven header there by Chris Rolfe. And that's, I think, his second header goal of the season. The first one, if you remember, was a beautiful shot. I want to say against Salt Lake, not Salt Lake, excuse me, against San Jose Earthquakes, where he was actually going away towards the goal, or away from the goal. And here we have what might be the last opportunity they have here for Real Salt Lake. We have Gil. Gil passes it to Signorelli. Signorelli passes it back to Gil. Gil passes it to Signorelli. Signorelli passes it to Sebastian Jaime. Sebastian Jaime takes the shot, and the shot is not on target, and that's how the game, or I should say the first half of the game will end, guys. 1-0 win for us, and lo and behold, we obviously don't have possession. We have 30%, they have 70, so it's not surprising here, but like I said, I've never been much of a possession team, although in certain cases I do manage to bump up my possession in the second half. And I actually might want to look into that. Maybe it's because I'm winning, or maybe it's because I'm losing. There must be some reason why my possession seems to go up in the second half more than the first. And we see here that right from the bat, we have an opportunity here from Real Salt Lake to get the equalizer. However, a deflection was enough to get that off frame. And we're going to see here in this segment just how well Real Salt Lake possesses the ball. You know, I try to get it out of my area here, but right as I try to, they just get it back, and they start with their next attack here. And we have Javi Morales, who centers the ball. A nice header there. And like I said here, guys, they don't want to let me get out of my own half, even out of my own box here. And this could prove quite dangerous had my defender there, or my midfielder Velarde, hadn't headed the ball in. And here we finally start our own counterattack here. And Chris Rolfe has the ball. He's looking for Luperto. He's going to return the favor. And Luperto gets the header, but the header does not have enough power on it. And the goalkeeper, Lalo Fernandez, just puts a hand in there just to make sure it goes over the bar. That would have been beautiful, though, just to return the favor there. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And we see here that this is the last header for Real Salt Lake. Or not Real Salt Lake, excuse me, DC United. And Fernandez is going to put it back in play. And here we have another corner, the last, definitely, of the night. And that's how the game is going to end, guys. We actually get a 1-0 victory back home from Rio Tinto Stadium. And that's it for this episode, guys. Follow me on SFP Soccer Show on Twitter. And until next time, guys, see you all later.